Plus ça change, plus c'est la même chose. The more things change, the more they remain the same, the saying goes. And so it is true with the venerable institution of the ice cream man. Change in this case might refer to the money that kids always ask their parents for once they hear the ringing of the bells. It is an evocative sound, those bells, bringing back memories of hot summer evenings, back before air conditioning, when people sat outside and nothing could be better after a frantic firefly hunt than a root beer popsicle that came from the back of a refrigerated truck. Kids today are still having that experience, even though some things have changed, like prices and the bigger selection of frozen treats. Still, much is the same, especially in the case of one particular ice cream man. It was back in 1920 the Good Humor Bar was invented by the owner of an ice cream parlor in Ohio. Soon, push carts and trucks were delivering the tasty treats to neighborhoods across America, and the familiar bells would send children scurrying into their houses in search of spare change. Rick Hancock started driving a Good Humor truck in 1973 to help pay his way through college. That was when the trucks were owned by Good Humor and the drivers had to wear uniforms. Today, Rick owns his 1969 Ford and wears whatever he wants. And like the other 170 owner-operators in the D.C. area, he gets his supply of chocolate eclairs, strawberry shortcakes, king cones, and other frozen confections from Berliner Distributors in Hyattsville, Maryland. Mitch Berliner says the folks who drive Good Humor trucks are first and foremost independent people.
These are people that, don't want to be sitting at a desk and have somebody looking over their shoulder. They really want to have the freedom to be their own boss. I make the analogy, this is almost like the push cart of a couple generations ago. This is where people will get a foothold in their own business here in America.
When Hancock started driving a Good Humor truck 16 years ago, he had no idea he'd still be driving one today. His college degree is in mechanical engineering from Virginia Tech, but he doesn't know if he'll ever go into that field. He prefers selling ice cream to the folks who live in the Sterling Park area of Loudoun County.
I enjoy being outdoors, working and selling ice cream, having my own truck, my own business, and I feel that it does bring some satisfaction to the people I deliver ice cream to.
Wait up! Ice cream man! Wait up! Wait up, ice cream man!
Rick is, even though he's a very young guy, he's really one of the old-timers. He's just one of the sweetest guys. He's a fabulous guy, a hard worker. He's very dedicated to his customers, his route. He's the kind of guy that if he got sick for a day, our phones would be lit up, where's Rick? 26. He, frankly, is just part of the Good Humor culture.
You want a toad? Okay.
It's not just ice cream, it's memories, it's nostalgia, it's emotions. The people in the ice cream business know that. It's just not, like buying an orange or something like that from the store. There's just a lot to ice cream, and even though I have a lot of parents tell me, they have multi-packs of novelties sitting in their freezer that they buy from the supermarket, there's just something special about buying it from the Good Humor truck when he comes around the block or the neighborhood swimming pool or something.
You want to cross the street? Wait a second. Okay, go ahead.
Come on, Steve. Look out! I got Rob!
It sure does. It brings back a lot of memories. My son looks forward to him coming by every day after dinner. He generally, when's he coming around? And we have a little cup on the counter with money in it that, is for the Good Humor man. When he hears the bell, that he grabs his money and out he comes.
He usually comes around like every day, and I'm usually right home from football practice or baseball practice, and we just like to talk, and he usually knows whether I've been to football practice or baseball practice, and he's a good guy, and we like to talk a lot.
Best time of the year, every year, is always in the springtime, not the summer. So many customers say, gee, it's a hot day, you must be selling a lot. But actually, it's the opposite. When it gets too hot, the customers stay inside. And it's on the spring-like days where they sit outside on the step, talking, those are the best days, and especially the springtime, because it's the beginning of the year and it's something brand new again after a cold winter. That's right. Thanks a lot. Hi.
Strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake. Okay.
His truck has over 400,000 miles on it and is on its third engine. But there's something about its classic style that holds a special attraction for Hancock and his customers.
And from the very first, I always wanted to drive this particular type of truck, whereas a lot of the other drivers preferred the van simply because it was easier to work. You didn't have to get in and out of the truck all day. But this has had so many advantages over the other. The appearance and the customers like the truck better, and it becomes an outdoor job if you get out of the truck rather than stay in the truck. Hi.
While many other ice cream trucks play recorded music or mechanical chimes, Good Humor trucks still have that familiar ring to them. The 4 bells are the same as the ones used back in 1920, and they're rung the old-fashioned way, sort of.
I found in ringing the bells, I do a pendulum type motion. I learned that from mechanical engineering. That uses the least energy, and rather than doing up and down motion, I do a pendulum motion that uses up the least energy and puts less strain on my arm.
Make that 2 sharp.
And 1 cherry Italian ice?
1 cherry Italian ice, and I get the strawberry shortcake.
Here you are, kids.
The ice cream selling season is generally from March to October, but Hancock has been known to bring his truck out in December if he thinks he can sell some.
I don't make very much on a per-hour basis, so I have to really work 7 days a week, every waking hour, just to make enough money to get by. But I'm happy doing what I'm doing, but it's really not a lucrative type of job.
Not lucrative, that is, unless you count smiles at the end of the day.